What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another 90-day fiance video, and this one is all about freaking Bilal. Don't we just love Bilal and Shaeeda? But before we get into it, let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel. Now, when it comes to Bilal himself in particular, this whole season of 90-Day Fiancé Season 9, he has done nothing but test her. Why are you here? Sorry guys, that was a fly. Anyway, let's proceed. Go back to my formal looking ways. But from the very first episode itself in particular, he decided to play a prank so he could test the waters to find out whether or not she was there for his money or if she was just there for him. And to be fair, it was quite interesting because he said that the whole time they video chatted, he never showed her his home. So why he'll still think that she's there for the money is beyond me. But anyway, that therefore then involved him, sadly, using his childhood home as a prank, saying that this is where he lived, when in reality he lived in this big fat mansion. Well, at least to me anyway, it's a mansion. Now obviously that was test number 1, to find out whether or not she's there for the money. Test number 2 was then to find out whether his sister and his mother also liked her, so therefore he introduced her to his mother and his sister. And to be honest with you, the mother and sister were quite happy with her, but they were quite concerned about how Bilal had not been 100% as if his communication wasn't great, because of course since that episode all we've ever wanted to, well, all Shaeeda's ever wanted to know is whether or not Bilal is gonna grace her with some children. But hey, that is still here or there. Now, followed by the most recent episodes in particular, which is the one that we're here to show you guys and discuss. This is the episode where Bilal now introduces her to his children. So let's go over how it went down and really break down, because at this moment in time I can tell you this now, everything about this relationship so far has been very, very one-sided. So one-sided that, to be honest with you, I don't even know why she's still here. To be honest with you, it's actually quite embarrassing that he has a woman that was willing to fly all the way from her homeland, pack up everything, her job, her family, everything, and leave it all behind to go and start a new life in America with the love of her life, the man that she's looking to marry, the man that she's hoping to have children with. But instead of him being on the same wavelength, he's on a wavelength where he's like, I'm testing you every single part of the way until, you know, I'm happy with your results. Honestly, I'm pretty sure he's got some sort of notepad or some sort of checklist in his freaking brain. Awesome. But anyway, let's get into it.
I think Shaeeda is going to be an amazing bonus mom for my children. But there's always a little worry in the back of your head, like, my children have to like the person that I'm with. Like, that's first and foremost. For me personally, Shaeeda would not be here if my kids did not like her. Like, I don't think it's even remotely an option.
So let's just process that he says that his children must like her. That I do respect. Definitely respect, you know. I don't believe anyone should be in a relationship with someone that makes their children feel a bit unsettled or uneasy or uncomfortable in any kind of way. That is always a key thing. But of course, this isn't about that. This is about how Bilal has conducted himself throughout the season, and most importantly in this episode itself in particular. So hey, just remember what he said and let's continue.
Is that a real nose ring? No. I have a nose ring, but I just left my nose ring in Trinidad, but you know, buy one here.
Okay, yeah. You can say she's like you. She likes to bling the accessories. Yes.
I think we will get along quite well. We kind of like the same type of stuff. So you as well, Yusuf.
So
now, in a second, one of Bilal's children is going to ask Shaeeda whether she likes to play games or not. Now, I want you to notice Bilal's body language, because there's a point where he changes his body language real quick, which tells me that this guy, he's doing nothing but just trying to make sure that she's answering the questions correctly whilst he's doing his little checklist in his brain. Check, she passed that one. Check, we don't know about this one. Check, this one is denied. Yeah, this one's definitely the problem. We're gonna have to change this one. Yes. Freaking clown. But anyway, just pay attention to his body language in a second too, just as she responds. Look at his arms. Yes, I'm gonna give you guys a clue. Just sometimes people don't see things, you know what I'm saying? So let me just tell you. Yeah.
She is kind of what I expected her to be, because
My dad did tell us that she's a shy person. You know, I need to know more about her. Right. But she seems like a cool person so far. So would you like to play like any games downstairs, like pool or maybe like basketball or something? Right now? Yeah. I'm not into games.
Really? You see right there. When she said I'm not in a game, what did Bilal do? Let me show you again in case you missed it. Here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. What did he do? I'm not in the games and boom! Yeah. This. Let me keep my words in my mouth. Crossed his arms. Why are you crossing your arms for? The way he was like, oh, really? But if that doesn't convince you enough that he's got a checklist in his freaking brain and everything is so one-sided, trust when I tell you, this next action he does will definitely prove my point.
Think about if I say not today? Nah, let's...
Why are you doing that? The way he was like, ooh, girl, you better change your mind real quick because I'm about to say, kids ain't gonna like you, so we gotta get you out of here real quick. Now, of course, in that moment in time, the kids respond by saying, no, we're going to play a game anyway. And obviously, you know, she went down to play a game. But just his attitude there alone tells you this. And again, let's go back to the point of the video. The point of the video is how one-sided their relationship is and how this whole relationship is about him testing her rather than him making her feel comfortable about leaving everything behind to come and try and see if something's going to work with them, because obviously these 90 days are very crucial days. And to be honest with you, some of these couples, or even all the couples so far, just haven't started off on a great start. Honestly, like 2 days into it, and this is how we're behaving. Like, come on. But hey, let's proceed, because there's another part of this episode that I sit there and I say to myself, he could have at least stepped in and defended his future wife, shall I say.
What do you guys call your mother's husband? Like uncle or his first name, brother, wife? His first name. Oh, really? Yeah. What do you want us to call you? Maybe one day Umi. Umi? Yeah. And Umi means mother, right? Yeah. It's just a tone of respect. You know, it's like these kids normally sit in my country. Yeah. Which wall are you going for? Shaeeda says that she wants us to call her Umi, which means mother. I definitely take that in consideration, but honestly, I don't know how to feel about that.
Now, here's the thing. Should children be given a choice who they want to call mother, father, daddy, mummy, Umi, XYZ? I mean, absolutely. I think absolutely, because for me, myself in particular, I grew up in a household where I had to. I didn't have a choice. I had to call my stepdad dad. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until I got older and I said, listen, buddy, I ain't calling you dad no more. Do you know what was so hard and so painful about me saying that? I'd called him that for so many years. It was hard for me to not call him that anymore. I was like, damn it, now I gotta call him that because it's been put in my freaking brain. Brainwashing me. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is that I understand the children I understand the children having their say and being unsure about it right now. But you see, in this moment in time, in my opinion, Bilal should have really stepped in and said, listen, he should have stepped in and said to his kids, and also obviously Shaeeda in that conversation said, listen, obviously right now it's early days, so we don't need to think about that, but hopefully in the future that is something that we can definitely, you know, come to some sort of conversation about, some sort of compromise or something, you know. I mean, just say something, just kind of lighten the mood, because at this moment in time you have to remember, she has not been made to feel comfortable at all. Each time she's been asked about children, he has jumped the question every single time. Anytime she's even made a question about anything in general, he has just slammed her down. He's done nothing to make her feel homely in any kind of way. He's done nothing to show her that this is the future you're going to have here, and nothing to show her that, hey, you being here, nothing to show her that he's done nothing to make her feel as if she has nothing to regret. That's what I'm trying to get. But here's the thing though, we're not going to stop right there, because TLC just did upload a clip from this week's, well, the episode that's going to be airing this week is in particular. And normally I would leave that for the end of the week, but I want to put it into this video because, well, it's going to tie up to a point that I want to make. It ties up to the same point that I'm making right now, basically. So let's get into it.
Bilal tends to lecture me a lot. It's just something he did on the phone. But since I've been here, I thought he would have been more relaxed. But he seems to be like always lecturing me.
You know, if it was me personally, or maybe it's easy when he said it because I'm watching it from the outside, but you got to think, but why? does she feel as if he's always lecturing her? Now, I'm not saying he's not, because he definitely is. But why is she feeling that way? It's because Bilal has done nothing, like I've been saying this whole video, nothing to make her feel homely, to make her feel like she's made the best choice in her life. And to be honest with you, no one wants to feel like as if they've been lectured the whole time that they've been in this location. Obviously, she did mention that it was something that also did happen on the phone. But again, though, sometimes we've all been there. We've all been there, you know. We have conversations with someone on the phone and we think, oh, it's nothing, you know what I mean? And then obviously you're thinking when you meet up, it's going to be different. But of course, it obviously isn't, you know what I mean? But let's continue though, because this one gets a little bit more,
I want to do, before you meet her, you just might want to get that booger out of your nose before you meet her.
I don't have the booger in my nose.
Yeah, you got a
No,
booger
I
in your
don't.
nose. It's green and brownish.
Oh, whatever.
Like
Maybe you have something stuck in your teeth.
Look like you got hair on it.
No, I don't.
who I wonder they're going to meet. Oh yes, so now they're actually going to meet Bilal's ex-wife. Remember what I said, very first episode, test number 1. Is she here because she's using me for my money? Number 2, meeting the family. Obviously the sisters and the mother. Number 3, meeting the kids. Number 4, meeting the ex-wife. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with any of these meetings. It's just that every single one of these meets are literally to test her, to test how she's going to behave and how she's going to respond. And to be honest with you, in this scene in particular, you see Bilal, he likes his joke, doesn't he? The fact that he thought it was okay to, I guess at this moment in time, might have been joking about how she's got a booger in her. Listen, here's the thing. In this scene in particular, she's talking about how she's nervous to meet his ex-wife. And the reason why she's nervous is because, well, 1, anyone will be nervous. But 2, most importantly, in my opinion, it's probably because the whole time she's been there, everything has been nothing but a test. So literally, she's thinking, damn, I've done level 1, level 2, level 3. Now I got level 4, the big bad boss. The one that's going to be the final decider. The mother of the children. The wife. Damn. Yes. Bring it on! Bring it on! Okay, a little bit too much, but anyway, that's what I do. But anyway, you know, but now he's trying to make a joke out of her having a boog. Honestly, it's just whatever. But let's just continue because it now gets a little bit worse. No, it actually gets worse. Yeah, pretty much. Not a little bit, just gets worse.
I'm getting sick and tired of you pranking me about this booger in my nose. I hate this type of joke. That's an American thing.
Let's just bear in mind that she has said that she's sick and tired of him pranking her all the time. Then obviously she proceeds to in the head. Now, to be honest with you, what we're about to witness, ladies and gentlemen, disclaimer, trigger warning, it may trigger some of you guys. I'm not too sure, okay? But I'm just letting you know now. So let's continue.
But the environment I come from, we keep our hands to ourselves.
So I can do that?
So what I'm gonna tell you is, stop. You gonna try to get a wreck?
Now, here's the thing. I 100% disagree with her actions in this moment in time. I understand that she's trying to voice certain things, but there is definitely ways to go about it. Putting hands on someone whilst they're driving is never a safe thing. Trust me. Okay? So really and truly, the communication within them both now is just gone it's gone kaput. It's all falling apart. But trust when I tell, we're going to come to a summary of why this is all happening. And when we get there, we'll get there.
Give your elbows.
So keep your hands to yourself and watch your tone. Because I can literally pull over right now and you'll be taking an Uber for the rest of the ride home.
You know,
the audacity for him to say, watch your tone. As if his tone has been great this whole time. But here's the thing though, there are men out here, specifically men. Not so much women. Women are different in terms of how they want to play this manipulation game, this mind control, this, you know, this mental abuse. But there are men out here that always make you look like you're the bad person. And do you know how they do that? Well, here's the thing. Everything that they say, doesn't matter whether it's nice or it's mean, they'll say it in a very one mono sound. Mono sound, whilst the woman will project her voice by raising her voice, so therefore she always looks like the crazy one. And here's the thing, this is something that I noticed that a lot of people do in relationships when they have children as well. You know, sometimes in some relationships where some child will be like, oh, your mommy's the bad one because she's always shouting. Daddy's the nice one because he's always quiet. You know what I mean, okay? Always making the mommy look like the crazy one whilst the dad looks like the saint. It's because, you see, men have this thing where we have the ability to stay, not necessarily stay calm, but we're able to keep our voices at a respectful level but still say things that are very Meanwhile, women get triggered quickly and they'll be like, that, what, that, and the voice goes up and all that kind of stuff. And that is something that I've noticed more common, obviously, when it comes to, you know, men doing it and how women would normally react. But again, let's not generalize. This is not all men and this is not all women. I'm just giving you guys a fraction of an example of the fraction of men and women in this world, okay? Calm down, okay? Try and come at me for that one, eh? But anyway, let's proceed. So let's continue. So at the end of the day though, either way though, it still doesn't give him a right to say to her, watch your tone, because his tone, his mannerism, everything about him so far since she has landed has not been acceptable in any kind of manner. But hey, let's continue. Oh wait, but again though, her putting hands on him, unacceptable, not safe at all whilst he's driving. And I'm not saying that she should be putting hands on him when he's not driving, but I'm gonna stay on topic, and the topic is whilst he's driving, let's not play no touchy pranks. Let's keep it calm, you know what I mean?
You know, when you came to my country, I treated you very well, right? I did not say
Did you not just put your hands on me?
Yeah, but it's not in a serious way.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna give you a serious hit.
Yeah.
Interesting though, because she wanted to throw in there that when you was in my homeland, I looked after you. I'm in your homeland, and so far you've done nothing but be disrespectful to me and mistreat me, and that is a fact. And therefore she proceeded by giving him a serious smack. Again, not while he's driving, okay? Remember, like I said, I'm staying on topic. I'm just gonna stay on topic on the driving, okay? I don't want to go into other areas of physical because then the video becomes about XYZ. Stay on topic. So don't think I'm neglecting that, okay? But remember though, he said that the next time you touch me, I'm going to pull over to the side and you can get an Uber home. And well, Bilal is one of those people that can make he can make a joke about you too. He can joke with you. He can pull a prank to you. But if you joke with him or you pull a prank towards him, he can't take it.
I'm not getting off it.
Shaeeda is being aggressive, and it's making me look at her in a different light. She's doing this as a joke, but it's a joke that I don't play.
Yeah, you see what I mean? She's doing it as a joke, but it's a joke that I don't play. She's doing it as a joke, but it's a joke that I don't play. Yeah, but listen, buddy. You pranked on the very first day. Something that wasn't cool, but she was respectful enough to wake up the next morning and apologize for her actions when, in my opinion, personally, I didn't really think that she needed to. I think it was more him than it was her. But no, she apologized, and then he also then questioned her apology. He said, didn't think that was really sincere. And this is the problem, because he's tested everything that she freaking does. He even says it there. Oh, in this light, I don't know if I'm comfortable being around her. But this is the problem, ladies and gentlemen, you see? Let's go back to the beginning. This whole thing could have been avoided. How could it have been avoided? Let me tell you real quick. Very, very simple. She flies from her homeland to the United States of America. She lands, Bilal is there. Gives her a cuddle and a kiss. She gets into Bilal's actual car, whichever car that may be. They then proceed to drive to Bilal's actual home. They spend a lovely evening together and they wake up the next morning happy as day. Fantastic. Then they proceed to potentially go see Bilal's parents, or mother and sister, but of course in a nice way, in a way where he's like, hey, this is her, the woman I'm waiting for. Ain't she loving? Ain't she beautiful? Ain't she the freaking thing? And I want to make sure that she's gonna be the third and final wife, you know what I mean? But no, he didn't do that. He said, hey, here's my mom, here's my sister, you two, get her. And what else? And proceeding that, then you can be like, okay, cool. Now we're gonna go over and see my kids. Hey kids, this is obviously da. Lovely time, blah 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 blah. And then hey, we're now gonna go see the head honcho, the mother, whatever. But if this whole thing had gone the way it's supposed to go, if he had treated her as a human being and treated her as an equal, rather than treating her as if she's some sort of like gold digger, or treating her as if she's some kind of peasant to a certain degree, or as if she's beneath him, things could have been different. But this is the problem with Bilal. He has treated this whole time as if she's beneath him, and that's how he treats everyone, because he's so freaking entitled. I'll be honest with you, I cannot wait for the tell-all. But at the same time though, last season I said I couldn't wait for the tell-all, and then we didn't get what we needed to get, really and truly. So I can only hope that in this season to tell-all, we really get what we want to get, and that's people coming after Bilal's attitude, if you dig what I'm saying. But again though, here's the thing though, all of this that they're going through could have been prevented if Bilal had conducted himself properly, conduct himself as if he's a man that actually loves her and is actually looking to be with her and actually wants to make good use of the 90 days together. But instead of making good use of the 90 days together, he's basically wasting it by acting like a little freaking spoiled brat. Oh yeah, no, it ain't that. By acting like a bougie gangster, shall I say? A man from the hood, but bougie. Well, whatever he freaking said, man, the freaking clown. You dig what I'm saying, right? The nonsense that comes out of his mouth. But listen, do you know what though? To be honest with you, so far this season, it hasn't been great in any way, but I'll be honest with you, this week, while I've done things slightly different and I've kind of gone back to the episodes and I've been able to nitpick certain things about each and every single couple, I'm definitely now starting to enjoy the episodes a little bit more, but I'm definitely seeing things that we can really work with, you know what I mean? Most importantly, my favorite, to be fair, for content-wise, come on now. But to be honest with you, the point I'm trying to get to is that TLC need to hire me, to be honest with you. I'm making their show look better than what it is, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Let's be real, because a lot of you guys don't even watch it no more. You just watch it here, right? That's what most of you people say anyway. you know what I mean? Yeah, TLC, call me. We can cut a deal. You know what I mean? I can come over to your team. I can do the writing for you. I don't know, producing, whatever you tell me. But in my contract, I'll still do my YouTube and still slate you guys. Don't worry about that. I ain't no sellout. You know what I'm saying? My words, I ain't no sellout. But anyway, with that being said though, ladies and gentlemen, as far as I'm concerned, this relationship has only been one-sided so far, and I can only hope that, I guess, in episode, not even 6, because this clip here was from episode 6, but I can hope maybe in episode 7 we can actually get a good balance within their relationship, where he's no longer actually trying to test her and he's actually treating her as an actual equal. But hey, whether that happens or not, it's probably not going to happen. And the saddest thing about it, to be fair with you, is that, you see, in some, keyword, some Muslim cultures, it depends on which culture you are part of. In this current world, there are still certain parts where women are still looked at, and men are still looked at as, And to be honest with you, it seems to me as if Bilal only wants to treat her as if she's beneath him rather than she's his equal, which explains why he's already had 2 marriages and he's now onto a freaking 3rd one, because clearly he's trying to control women that can't be controlled. Well, we haven't heard anything about these two breaking up just yet, but hey, give it a year or 2, it's going to happen. At least I like to think so. If it doesn't, then that means she's bending over backwards for him, which is very pathetic. So I hope she's not doing that. But hey, thank you for your time. Like, subscribe, and peace.